Coming down the stairs reveals a space enveloped by the refreshing aroma of matcha tea. Oh, you own a little tea shop. That's cute. There's a counter and some tables. Arranged on the shelves behind the counter are large glass bottles filled with powder made from dried plants and various cups and plates. Mixed in with the cups are a few adorably round tea bowls made of ceramic. It appears to be a cozy Japanese-style cafe. A little bonsai tree. Ukiyo-e art... Ukiyo-e? I don't know how you pronounce that exactly. Art lines the walls and chair cushions are woven with common rush. However, the walls and floors are linoleum. There's a jarring tension about the place that comes with forcing Japanese designs into a modern building.
その格好で嵐の中に出るつもり?
Okay.
何が起こるかわからないから清掃の方がいいと思って。変だったかな?
It's in the rain. The rain. The rain. Okay, you know what? Mary has donned a red dress.
こっちの方がいざという
White
時
frills
全
and
力で
shit.
できるから。まあ赤色が目立っちゃうっていうのはあると思うけど。
That's not the... Kira nods slightly.
そうね。警戒はしておいた方がいいわ。何が起こるかわからないから、その判断は間違っていないわ。
Depending on what you're going to be doing...
私が先に出るわ。合図をしたら来て。
Depending on what's going to be going on, and the fact that you're probably going to be going into rain, a dress, not the best idea.
了解。あ、確認だけど、音が漏れないように結界は貼ってあるんだよね。心配しなくても、この時間の店の周囲には音が漏れないように結界が貼ってあるわ。
Oh, she's already been taking
だ
that
か
to
らそう
heart.
いう時は、大声で暴れてくれるいいわよ。
Every time I think they're done talking. Well, the exterior looks rather dungeon-esque. Sorry, we're closed. In English. Kiri opens the store's door without making a sound. I mean, hell, maybe this takes place somewhere in the west. I don't know. As the rain pounds on the stone pavement, tiny droplets spring up and dance among the ripples that rise and fall. Once Kiri steps outside, her black uniform is assaulted by a barrage of raindrops. Black and red. Her large animal ears twitch repeatedly, flinging off rainwater. Only she's privy to what kind of training it took to stare unblinkingly into the night despite the rain directly striking her eyes. Ugh. Ugh. The glow of a nearby street lamp reveals the tension evident in Kiri's blanched cheeks. In the direction of her gaze, about 3 meters from the entrance to the store, someone has collapsed on the ground. Kiri hesitates for just a second before leaving the entrance of the store and walking toward the unknown individual. The ground is wet with rain, but she makes not the slightest sound when traversing it. I like the little animation they have them do. That's a really nice touch. It adds to it, so it's not just... You're not just staring, you know, at the blank models. The models, you know, they'll actually do little things with them. You know, the most basic kind of animation, really. But it's something. She stands up straighter to pull up her center of gravity and, with each step, contacts the ground at the balls of her feet. By doing so, when she steps, her body weight is supported by the entire sole of her foot instead of just her toes or heel. This also keeps her from kicking the ground when lifting her feet. By increasing the surface area of contact between her feet and the ground, and lifting them gently, she can minimize the sound her footsteps make. In addition, this style of walking has another advantage beyond reducing sound. By raising her center of gravity, she also lowers the weight of her steps. Of course, it's ill-suited to running, lifting, and throwing things. However, if there were needles in the ground that would pierce her shoes, she would feel them before she lowered her feet completely. Finally, if something were to suddenly leap out at her by slightly shifting her elevated center of gravity, she can quickly move in every direction, including down, if something just sails over her. Kasamiyashi. It's a style of walking employed by a form of Eastern martial arts. A mere shadow in the night, Kiri approaches the person on the ground. Is a girl. The person turns out to be a short girl. She's... okay, she's laying down though, so her height is kind of... I guess you might be able to judge it just based on, you know, if she was noticeably, you know, short. Her eyes are closed and she remains still on the ground. She appears unconscious. There's a certain group of people known to the Amish who continues to maintain... known as the Amish, who continues to maintain the lifestyle of the early immigrants to the continent. Wait, is she supposed to be Amish? The girl on the ground appears to be one of the Amish. Okay. She's wearing a plain one-piece dress, long and blue. The wet clothes are stuck to her. The wet clothes that are stuck to her body do little to hide the curves of her figure. Her torso is lean with no extraneous fat, and her limbs seem just a tad too slender. Her long red hair is stuck to her face like a bundle of wet seaweed. The area is not known to have a high crime rate, but it certainly is not the kind of place where a girl of her age should feel safe wandering around in the dead of night. Kiri slowly bends her knees and waist. She places her hand on the girl's neck. Her fingertips can feel a clear pulse in the girl. Kiri's brow furrow as she stands back up and takes another cautious look at her surroundings. Tripping over words. Stop that. Without moving her eyes, she turns her head left and right in short, quick jerks. When humans try to see in the dark, the center of their vision tends to be dark, whereas their peripheral vision appears brighter. And therefore, by looking at a point that is a little to the side of the target, one will actually see things more clearly in the dark. Is that true? I never heard of that before. When employing this skill, it's easy to turn the head while keeping the eyes fixed. This is also a skill that came from Eastern martial arts. Yeah, you can say that. Person on the ground. Mary walks over, her steps short and rapid. She looks over Kiri's shoulder at the girl on the ground. Okay, and what are you exactly, though? Well, okay, so just for the title, if you are supposed to be like Bloody Mary, then I guess urban legends, I suppose, a supernatural being. The fact that she collapsed here means we right, she would have already said that, yeah. The outer walls come up to Kiri's hips. She traces her fingers along them as though to confirm her theory. As soon as she does, a character from a strange language flashes on the wall for just a second, glowing red. Siddham script? Its alphabet was used in ancient India. The Buddhist religion has many deities. The character that appeared refers to one of those deities, Akala. Akala. It is said that his name means the angry-faced, immovable guardian. The story began when the founder of Buddhism, Siddhartha Gautama, it is almost certainly the worst way to pronounce that possible, was meditating in his earlier years. All the demons in the world sought to impede his meditation, and Siddhartha Gautama, the meditation of Siddhartha Gautama, so they tried to refute his philosophies and tempt him with beautiful girls. However, all their attempts failed before Siddhartha Gautama's unwavering mental fortitude. You could just refer to him as the Buddha from that point on, considering. It is said that Akala was born from the image of Siddhartha Gautama during that time. This Siddham character, which refers to Akala, has the power to deter the approach of those who are not human. As an aside, one fringe school of Buddhism believes that Siddhartha Gautama defeated the demons by bringing all the beautiful girls to orgasm. Okay, but what would that imply? But with a look of curious puzzlement, she stares down at the unconscious girl.
人間がこの結界に反応することってあるの？
Yeah, just to say, so what would cause a human to react to it then?
ソーサラーやエクソシスト、
Okay.
リッチ、ミコみたいな闇のものと精神的な結びつきが強い連中はこの結界に反応してしまうことがあるわ。
So some kind of connection to the supernatural. Oh, well, a strong one at least. Mary's eyes widen on reflex, revealing a hint of terror.
この女の子はそういう人間かもしれないってこと？心配しないで。もしそうだとしてもこんな結界に引っかかるレベルよ。あなたをどうにかできるほどの力を持っているとは思えないわ。
Okay.
そうだよね。もしかしたら私を消滅させに来たのかもって思ってちょっと心配しちゃったよ。
Kiri tilts her head forward a little. She glaringly looks at Mary with a serious expression.
消滅させようとするものからあなたを守ると私は約束したわ。
You know, guys, we're still standing here in the rain. How about you make a decision about what to do instead of, waxing on about lore and info dumps and... get back in where it's dry?
その約束を忘れたことはないし、いつだって守るつもりだわ。
That's lovely, but wet.
ああ、うん、信用してる。
Seeing Mary look away in embarrassment, Kiri curls the corner of her mouth up.
分かっているなら心配する必要はないわ。
What did I say about this? Mary swings her arms up and down in the air, shaking her bright red dress in the process.
気に入らない。
Well, then go climb the wall. Make it
キリ
literal.
って愛され慣れてるし、愛し慣れてる感じがして、日本人ってそういう感情を口にしないんじゃなかったの？
And that's quite the outburst.
ステレオタイプね。
Yeah.
日本人にだっていろんな性格の人がいるわ。
Yeah, there you go.
私は好意を持ってる相手への好意を隠すなんて面倒なことが嫌いなだけよ。
Mary puffs out her cheeks.
好意とか簡単に口にしちゃって。もうさっきも言ったけど、私はキリが思ってるほどキリのこと好きじゃないんだから。
Really? Now you're back into the synthetic crap?
どう
No.
かしら。どうかしらじゃない。だから何なのその愛され慣れてる態度は。はいはい、その話はもう終わりにしましょう。
Yes, let's.
それよりもこれは一体何かしら。何と言われてもこの女の子が何なのかは私にもわからないよ。見た感じは普通の人間で、私みたいなゴーストやモンスターではないみたいだけど、見た目で区別できない闇のものもいるから調べてみるまで断言はできないわね。
Inspect. Pray tell, how is that gonna work?
でもそうではなくて、私が聞いているのはこっちのことだわ。
Thing? What thing?
こっち？
Kiri looks towards the store's wall, pointing diagonally upwards.
店の壁に書かれているこれは何かしら。
Marion looks in the direction Kiri's pointing. Really? That? The sky flashes with lightning, causing the wall in the store to glow purple. The light reveals some graffiti drawn with white chalk.
キルロイワズヒア。
Above the person is above those words, there's a drawing of a person with a large nose peeking out from behind a wall.
これはなんて説明したらいいのかな。キリはこの落書きを知らないの？知らないわ。メアリーは知っているのかしら。そこで気絶している女の子がキルロイなのかしら。
I feel bad being up for the info dump here if Mary knows what the Kilroy thing is.
違う、そうじゃなくて、アメリカではよく見る落書きだから改めて何かと言われると困っちゃうんだよね。キルロイが誰なのかは知らないけど、キルロイはズヒアーとあの絵を描くのが日
Yeah.
本人さんとかがする定番の落書きなんだよ。定番の落書きね。ヘノヘノモヘシみたいなものかしら。
Well, okay, whatever that is.
ヘノヘノモヘジが何なのか私には分かんないんだけど。
Same.
日本の定番の落書きよ。とにかくこれといった意味やメッセージがあるわけじゃなくて、手癖でなんとなく書いてある落書きってこと。
So she gave a complete non-answer for her that, by the way. Let's go to graffiti for Japan. Okay, but what is that then? Explain. Elaborate. Whatever. Kiri cocks her head.
この女の子は嵐の中、気絶しそうな状態で意味のない落書きを私たちの店にしたということかしら。私にそんなことを聞かれても困るけど繰り返すけど、この落書き自体には意味はないよ。軍人さんの多い基地のそばとかだとよく見る落書きだしね。
Kiri's gaze lingers on the graffiti as though confirming its nature, before shifting to the girl on the ground nearby.
とりあえずこのまま雨に打たせておくわけには。
Oh my god, are we finally gonna get out of the rain? Gasp what? It happens in an instant. Kiri's large what the fuck was that? Kiri's large animal ears tremble violently. Mary shrinks back as if something scared her. The sound can be felt viscerally. It's not thunder. Imagine a massive cavern made of jagged boulders. A hurricane blown through that cavern would probably make a sound like this. That sound, low and thick, sounds like it was played by a massive flute. It crashes into Kiri and Mary, rolling through their bodies with a very real force. Kiri stands on her toes with her feet shoulder width apart, leans forward a little, and faces the direction of the sound. Gasp. Echoes reverberate revoltingly through their inside before fading into the distance.
また貴様か。